I love that we're 37 minutes in, and Martin goes, you know what? I would like to learn more about our guest, Carlo.
No, I thought he was pulling in another guest.
No.
I'm not.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Dapper Degens. My name is Josh Albrecht.
I'm Martin Shireen.
I'm Ross Kierlock.
Oh. Dan?
Oh, and I'm him.
Okay.
And that's why we planned it ahead of time, so that execution could happen. Also with us today is Not Will. Hi, Not Will. Welcome to the show. This is Carlo Diego, everybody. Everyone say hi, Carlo.
Hi, Carlo.
Hi, Carlo. Hi.
Will has unfortunately passed away. He's no longer with us.
That is
Will, you're absolutely fine. I have to say it. Because I've literally said it about every single person that isn't here. It's always, why aren't they here? Well, they died. So, and then they end up being fine. Everything's fine. Will had to work. Is that better? Will had work stuff. And so he couldn't be. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine.
Wait.
That doesn't, no one cares.
We're not getting paid for this?
No, of course we're not. Now, before we get into the resolutions, which is how we always start the episodes, I got to stop to say, look at the Christmas floral on Ross. That floral has never looked more Christmassy than it does with Ross's messed up color tone of his camera. I was looking at his shirt the whole time as we're prepping this, and I'm like, it's never been that red. The shirt has never been that red. All you needed was Ross's whatever filter you have on your camera shirt. You got a popper shirt right there. All right, now that that's done, let's do our resolutions. Martin, your New Year's resolution, of course, was to travel more. I believe that's going pretty well for you.
Yeah, I hopped on a train up to Philadelphia, and I'm currently packing to leave for London tomorrow.
Yep. Yes, you are. Ross, yours was your second resolution as it changed from DVC points to losing weight. How's that going?
I don't know. Haven't checked. And really didn't know we'd be doing this segment for 52 episodes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay, pop the top, Kierlock.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. Carlo, Will's was to meet new people, meet more new people. Do you think he met more new people?
Yes.
He definitely met more people in Philly for sure.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Also, are we gonna have internet issues now with the first time? Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, and then Dan's, of course, is to Dan did it right. Dan's is to stay alive. It's to be alive. He kills it. He can do that for 52 weeks. Knock on wood.
I'm hoping a little longer than that.
Fantastic. Yeah, me too. And mine, of course, was to spend less money on RSVLTS.com, which has not been going well. I had a really good streak, guys.
To begin with. Like, what made you pick that resolution?
Because it was a resolution that I legitimately wanted to do. I looked at how much money I spent last year, and I went, good God, man, you need to stop. So it was like an actual resolution, not like, oh, I'd like to travel more, or, like DVC points. I was like, this is something I have to do. This is a resolution. I need to make this change.
Okay.
I'm not doing well.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have aimed for something more obtainable, like cut half of the purchases, right?
Who gets that specific?
Whoa. Martin, you're the one who looks like you're failing at Josh's resolution with all the bags behind you.
That's
Josh
true,
is
man.
sitting in like a clean room with nothing around.
Yeah, it's true. You got a lot of stuff behind you, man.
But you know what? It's fine because I did not make Josh's resolution for myself. I was realistic.
Yeah, that's the same as people that are like, oh, what's your New Year's resolution? To drink more booze on the weekend. It's like, oh, well, good luck with that, man. That's really tough. I hope you figure that out.
For a guy from Wisconsin, that's like me saying I'm just gonna be alive.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. So look, it's Roosevelt's fault. All right, they keep coming out with good stuff. Okay, they're not helping me at all. They continue to come out with like really good collections. So they could stop. They could stop that, and then that would help me. Let's talk about what happened since the last time we did an episode. Thursday was the Americana collection, which was, of course, in the Legends week. It was, Steve's favorites and a few extras, because Steve was all about the Americana. And yeah, I mean, I think, did anyone not hit on that?
We talked about that, right? Did we talk
Yeah,
about
but
that?
we knew it was coming out. We didn't know. We didn't confirm purchases.
Okay.
Right.
So I got the palm, red, white, and blue palm flower
Yeah.
shirt.
Did you get the polo?
No.
Still not on that polo train, huh?
I'm sorry that they fit me like this, Martin. I can't because of the logo. That's how it looks. It cups my man boobs. Okay? Think I want that? Think I want to walk around with that? It
People are into
sticks.
that.
It's clingy. I'm sure people are into that, Ross, but I don't want them to be. Not me. Find someone else to be into with that. Did anyone else get anything from the Americana collection? Trying to reel this in. How about you, Carlo? Did you get anything?
I did not. I've actually been good. I've been following your resolution.
Oh, well, good for you. Last time he's on the show.
Wait until you get to the weekend's activities.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
Floral. I got the floral.
Then we'll be able to hear about it. All right. What about the speaking of the polos, breakfast balls on Sunday? There was a spring collection. Anyone get in on any of that?
They had some nice stuff though.
Yeah, I like the designs.
Yeah.
Just polos. And then we find out that the Cravings collection is coming out mañana, tomorrow. The Cravings collection is always a killer for me. I get the whole thing. It's the food shirts, the food and drink shirts are always in the collection. I find uses for them. I'm always wearing them. So this is just great timing. This is great timing for this drop to happen right before London. It's great. Just can't wait. So very excited to spend all the money tomorrow. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for that.
Are you gonna have to cancel your trip because you're gonna spend so much money tomorrow?
No, I am just going to go into bankruptcy. I think.
Okay.
is the plan.
What trip are you going on?
To London.
Oh,
You're also coming to London.
I thought about it and said, you know what? Screw it. I'll go to London.
Hey, good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good for you. I will see you there.
Well, you're going to be there.
Yes. I
In
just told you
London?
I was packing for London.
Oh, my gosh.
You're both going to be there?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there?
I'm going to be there.
Ross,
Well,
you're going to be there?
You're gonna be there?
Oh,
Oh,
my.
my
That's
goodness.
incredible.
Dan, are you going?
No, Dan's not. He would have said something.
Yeah.
I did
Probably.
before all of you on Facebook. It was official.
That's true. That's true. And it was funny, too, because that's how we found out that you were not going alone either. It was like, oh, all right. Dan's making a trip out of it. Carlo, are you going to London?
Not only am I not going, I haven't even left the group chat yet
Oh,
because I was supposed to go.
well, that's depressing.
It is.
Well, I'll get you a postcard.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
can't
Anyway,
remember
so so it's just really, really good timing with this Cravings drop coming out. And then, we'll find out a few hours later what the designs will be for London. Usually we do these episodes on Tuesday, and when we film them, the field notes usually come out like minutes before we hit record. But we are doing this on Monday because a few of us are actually leaving tomorrow. And so there was no way for us to be able to get that done. So we'll be just as excited as everybody else. And then we will talk about, all of the goodies from London when we come back. Before we talk a little bit more about plans for London and things like that, let's recap Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Looked like a lot of people had a lot of fun
That's
there.
a load of crap.
I agree. Philadelphia can be absolutely insane. But the shirts were fire, including that floral that Martine Chirine is wearing, which I would like to talk about right now.
Hold on. Can we set ground rules?
Okay.
It is a Philly travel floral. It's got the Liberty Bell. We won't admit that it's Philly sports colors.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's extreme reach to be Philly sports colors. No, it's a green and white floral, which I've been waiting 3 years for. If you go back and you look at the first 2 years, they went to Boston. They went. Well, I guess maybe that would have been the only time. No, they could have done it. They tried with Dallas, but there was the blue in there. So it was because they did the retro Dallas one.
Mavs.
They could have also just done like the Dallas Stars. They could have gone hockey, and that would have still been green and white. But they didn't. And I was like, it was just a color that was missing from the color wheel of florals. And then boom, this year, Philly floral. Taken care of. Love it.
You don't consider last year's Philly floral green and white?
No, we've been over this. It's like, to me, it's like it's a teal. Like that green is like a dark it's not the same. It's not it's not a pure green.
Tealish.
It's not a forest green. It's a forest.
No,
green.
no,
it does.
green is a
It
forest
has
green.
some blue in it.
Yeah, it's got some.
Oh,
We can't use
That's not
your.
that's
Dallas.
Dallas, dude.
The one
That's
next to it. It's the one
Also,
next
we're not
to it.
using your screen at all to determine color.
No, because his
None of
that-
those shirts
I
are
can see
actually
that.
those colors.
That actually looks pretty true to representation.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Not
know.
the one he's wearing, but the one that he's holding on to.
Yeah. Anyway, so I love this floral. It's a great shirt. It's a great addition. Huge fan. To me, probably second best floral of the year so far after MegaCon,
Mm.
in my opinion. I don't think anything beats Orangebird floral, but
Chicago's ahead of Philly.
this one, you think
Yeah.
this one's over?
For me, yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
do love this one. I'm a fan. Yeah.
Hey, don't tell me how to fan.
Man, he's gonna find a way to do that every episode, isn't he?
You just can't say the word fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter of this shirt.
Yeah. Don't tell me how to support. Probably how it'd go.
It
You
sounds
can
like he's a
support, Mike,
fan.
if you
Don't tell
like
me how to
the
fan attic.
Yeah, maybe. So guys that were in all y'all except for Ross were there, right? You guys, Carlo, you were there too in Philly. Tell me how it went. Tell me about the vibe. Tell me about everything. Then we'll get to the meetup part of it. But tell me how the weekend went.
I
Philly
feel
was
like
great.
the con's different than most of the other ones, just because like Friday was, I mean, it's set up the same as all the others, but as crowd wise, wasn't very busy at all Friday, and then Saturday, the morning wasn't busy at all. No normal like just super bum rush and all that. It wasn't until noonish, 1-ish before it started like becoming hard to walk through the aisles and all that. But I mean, it was fun. It was easy to get to. Plenty of good food nearby, walking distance, and we had some cheesesteak adventures and stumbled across an Italian festival where we got pina coladas while we waited for cheesesteaks. And overall it was fun, but it was definitely like a good place for getting that like people vibe, hangout vibe, and without it being chaotic like MegaCon.
Yeah.
Over
Sweet.
to you, Martin.
I mean, I got there a day late. I got there Saturday morning, and I think I know the answer to Dan's question, why there weren't so many people there. They couldn't figure out how to get actually to the show floor, right? You walk in the building, and normally every other convention, you walk in the doors, you go through security, and
Mhm.
right after that is the show floor. Maybe through another set of doors or something, but
Sure.
it's right in front of you. You walk into Philly, Convention Center. You have to turn left or right, and of course, you can only go right this way. And then you have to go around a couple pillars, and then you have to take another escalator, and then you get into this other hallway, and you have to turn around and go down another hallway, and then you're finally at the convention floor. Like, WTF? What do you think, Carlo?
It's definitely one of the least organized convention centers. It's a small con, but they learned nothing from last year. And
That's always fun.
And last year was a smaller crowd because
Zero
everybody was
improvement.
down in Florida for May the 4th.
Who runs it? Is it Reed Pop or
No, it's Fan Expo.
No, it's Fan
Okay.
Expo.
Fan Expo?
Different company.
Yeah.
Right. It's the same
think-
company as MegaCon.
Do you think if we call them out right now, they'll see it and then maybe make a change for next year? Do you think Fan Expo Philly is watching this right now?
I don't
You
know,
can
but
help.
White Claw is.
Oh, White Claw is? Oh. All right.
Yeah.
So-
Ross is going to be the official sponsor of the durian fruit White Claw.
Yeah. Just Ross. Just Ross. White Claw, just sponsor Ross. Just Ross.
Please.
So,
let's
I
talk
mean-
about the after party, the meetup, the actual
no,
meetup.
no. Before the meetup, how was the baseball game? I didn't make it to the game.
Wet.
Yeah, it was bad weather, right? It was.
I mean, the pizza party got basically flooded out, but I had been there taking a work call right as the rain was starting to go. So I saw this little tunnel thing between two buildings. So as it got closer to the pizza time, there was a group of insiders that somehow ran into this glassed in area but got soaked. And then Scotty and Jake and them were out trying to figure out how to get the pizzas to us. So I tell them, "Oh, I found this tunnel thing." So they're going, and the rain let up a little bit, and the other folks went in, and we're just sitting there at City Hall, chilling. And then eventually the weather broke a little bit. We get out to the ballpark, and traffic was miserable. So everybody was in like different stages of getting there. And then, if you thought the con floor was confusing,
Mhm.
Oh,
the ballpark trying to get to where DTH and everybody was to do the right field rip. We're following the signs. You take an escalator, it dumps you onto like the 4th floor. You're walking like you're going over that way, and then it just stops. And you have to go all the way back, all the way down, and you have to do these like multi-level things in order to where we came in at to get over.
Mhm.
And then it was rain delayed.
Mm,
And
2 hours,
so first pitch wasn't until what, almost 9:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And by that point, I think we were at like the 4th inning, and
Like,
we're just
bye.
like miserable. And all the advice from all the Uber drivers were, yeah, leave before 7th inning. Otherwise, you're never going to leave
Absolutely.
Yeah.
complex, because it's like multiple stadiums and casino.
Yeah. Lincoln Financial's right there too. Yeah.
And so then we go back over towards the hotels, and we go get some nightcaps and drinks, and went on our way.
Nice.
there was
Um,
Malort.
What's
Oh
that?
yeah,
There
they had
was
Malort.
Friday night. There was Malort.
I'm
Josh's
not
favorite
surprised
drink,
even a little
next to
bit.
Beverly.
Nope. It's all garbage. Yeah, I've been to a game at the Phillies stadium, and that park is a meh burger if I've ever been to a stadium. It's not bad. It's not the White Sox stadium, but there's nothing unique about it.
White Sox Stadium.
There's this. It's just like the most generic ballpark to me. I was just like, is there anything here that I? No. Okay. Like it was just. I was very. But that does suck about the weather. That's why just put a roof on it. MLB, put a roof on your stadiums. Okay, I want to know about how the meetup went. Obviously, DTH was pushing it really hard about the tux,
Oh yeah.
the
Like
mystery
every 3 to
tux.
5
I've
hours.
never seen him go that hard trying to get people in. I was like, what is the deal here? Are people
Yeah.
afraid
So
to show
we-
up here?
We now have a new term because of that. FOMOable. FOMOable.
Filmable.
Yeah.
At least it's easy
Fear
to
of,
say.
fear of missing out and gullible. Because
Right.
DTH
Oh,
was dropping like all of these off the wall teasers, hints,
Yeah.
emojis. Everybody's trying to read into it. And no joke, me just being sarcastic. It's a gritty tux. And then all of a sudden, Facebook, all the chat groups, everything lighting up like a Christmas tree. It's going to be a gritty tux. Oh no, it's going to be a fanatic tux. And then I'm like, yeah, you're all wrong. Dustin said, everybody's guesses are wrong. And they're like, I wonder what it is. And I'm like, it's the Yingling tux. And next thing you know, they're all hitting the chat groups.
They're going again.
So people are FOMO.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
But you know
Right.
what's funny? He actually gave us the hint in his very first post, like 2-3 weeks ago.
I don't
'Cause
remember.
Which
he
one?
posted
Yeah, it was
that,
the Kelsey
the Mardi Gras.
weird genie looking. Yeah, Mardi Gras thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sweet tux
Yeah.
for someone who
You-
loves the florals.
You know what it's going to be great for?
What's
Glass holing with the Orlando MegaCon.
Oh,
I could see that.
I could see that. Yeah. I bet that could also that would work well with a pair of Orangebird shorts.
Yeah.
That might play too.
I guess I'll
But the
never have-
meetup was good. It looked like everyone had a blast. Everyone
There
had
was
fun.
twice the
Memories were
turnout.
made. Good.
There must have been 80 to 100 people there, probably.
Wow. Okay,
I
so
would say
great
north of
turnout.
100. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
so?
definitely a lot of people came to the meetup that didn't come to the con. And I mean, there were a lot of people who
Yeah.
were buses, trains, just came in, hung out with us.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool location.
There's a lot of
and-
new faces too. It was nice to see.
Nice.
There were people sleeping in cars who couldn't get a room. They were just like, I'm sleeping in a car.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's a great turnout. I'm very
But
I'm very glad to hear
in true Philly fashion, we were dodging cars on the sidewalk. And
Yeah, I mean, it is still Philadelphia. So, one person who was not there besides myself was Ross Kierlock, which of course means now it's time for What's Ross Thinking? Ross?
Oh, fuck.
and there goes our rating.
What was I thinking about? Pretty much thinking about London. Holy shit. Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about the 2 curse words I just said.
Okay.
And thinking about saying fuck it to the rest of it. So, what is Ross thinking today? I don't know. I'm just gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Oh
So-
boy, dude, you can't catch me off guard like this. There's no notes. No notes.
So do we do the next not Ross with just a picture of R2D2 and randomly have a soundboard beeping?
That might have been the best What is Ross Thinking ever. You literally, you weren't thinking anything. This segment is literally just where you talk. There's no bar. There's no requirement. It's just this is the time we let Ross talk. Nothing.
Ross.
You had nothing.
I have a follow-up question to part of what you said. You said you were thinking about London. What about London?
Oh man, I don't know the logistics of it, man. I'm not gonna be. You brought up the floral tux. I may or may not have gotten one, and I may have I have a window of I have a person that I might be meeting up with or might not be meeting up with when I'm in Florida a Wednesday, and so I told him I have a window between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. of when I can meet up with you.
Perfect. I'm sure they appreciate that. That's
So-
super convenient for me.
I was like, I literally texted him. I'm like, I'm having troubles figuring out when I'm gonna eat for because
No,
When did-
Ross. Now is when you set up drop shipment like in the movies. Have them tape the package, underneath like a mailbox or
and you just
a trash can, put it in Binny,
right?
and then you have got to reach into
Yeah.
Binny, pull it out.
Yeah. So I don't know. Wednesday night we touched down at 10 p.m. and then are gonna go get pizza window on the boardwalk, stay at Saratoga, wake up and be at Epic Universe for opening day at 6 a.m. And
wow.
then because 6 a.m. they open the parking lot, 7 a.m. they let people in the gate, but not into the lands. 8 a.m. No, 6, 7, 8 a.m. is the grand opening celebration. 9 a.m. is when the park opens.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then same day, 8:35 p.m. I'm on a plane nonstop to London. And
Okay.
then when I get to London, it is now 10 a.m. I'm an
Mhm.
hour away from my where I'm staying, and a boat literally docked at the convention center.
You
And,
just call the captain like, hey, I need a boat,
yeah,
right?
right. Can you just like
Yeah.
pick me up? And then I'm literally, it's an 8.5 hour flight. Hopefully I can sleep, and then hour to the boat, and then getting there, and maybe the shirt I can pass on, and I can like maybe take a nap or something. But and good old Ross and Lana fashion, we probably won't, and we will probably go until the next day, and we'll do it all over again.
I have a suggestion.
Amazing, Ross. Amazing.
We are gonna have
Well done.
video of Ross, and it's gonna be like Weekend at Bernie's, where he's just like dead sleeping,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're like holding him up, making him look like
Everyone's gonna assume that you're super drunk and passed out, and we're gonna be like, actually, he hasn't had anything to drink.
Yeah.
He just hasn't slept in 48 hours.
So the and then the end it all. So on Monday when we fly home, we take a 9 a.m. flight out of London, and we arrive at Chicago, I think at 11:30 a.m. We'll get to our car by midnight, or not midnight, noon. I'm getting my time's already mixed up. 2-hour drive home. So we'll be
Mhm.
home by like 2:30, and then we have Memorial Day parties to end it off.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
You
you'll be fine.
so what's Ross thinking? I don't know. Pick your poison. Like
Yeah.
any
Martin, bring the Sharpie.
any part of that.
Ross right now is the "It's Always Sunny" meme where he's got the map and he's just like, ah! That's Ross'
Oh my-
head right now.
That
think
shirt
we got
landed
it.
so well in Philly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet it did. Well, hey, Ross, best of luck, bud.
Thank you.
It sounds like it's gonna, it's gonna be a real fun, trip
Yeah.
that you'll remember for weeks at least. All right. Now it's time for our Ask the Degens question, where we take a question from a random fan of the show, and we, they have a question for the Degens. We try to answer it to the best of our ability. When we don't have someone on the show and we have a fill-in, we usually let the fill-in ask the question. So, Carlo, what question do you want to ask the Degens?
I thought I had a different question, but I just came up with another one. If you guys could have your own shirt exclusive, what would it be?
Ooh.
Like one
What would
about
the
us,
Degen-
or
what would the Degen-
what
what
we
would the-
would pick.
What would a singular Degen drop look like?
Like for all of us, or like if the Degens just had a
Yeah,
shirt?
like if you guys came
100%.
together to
Living with the
design
land.
No, no, absolutely not.
No. I like where Ross is going.
No.
It's gonna be an 8-bit floral
Okay.
of Living with the Land.
No.
Because then Josh has to get it,
No.
and his FOMO for collectability will kill
No.
him.
No.
It
And
could
then-
be.
And it will be the day that he was stuck on it
No.
And then
for
when you
like 30 minutes.
look in the pocket, there's a mini bottle of Malort.
God,
I mean-
what a waste of a shirt that would
Oh,
be.
Where are we hiding the Beverly?
I could see it being maybe 8-bit.
should be-
I think
That should be the
pretty cool.
Roosevelt's tag. It should be the Roosevelt's tag. It should say Beverly on it.
Oh. But you know how they do like the
An awful
hidden,
shirt.
stuff
Horrible
in the
shirt.
shirts now? That could be where you have, like one of the Living with the Land boats, right? So that way you have to look for it to find it.
And this
No, it's got to be the
And you
shrimp
could-
tank.
I like it. You could waste time looking for the boat, and it would remind you of all the time you waste on the ride. I like that. That's good, Martin.
We should do a
That's
new
good.
segment, and it's what's Josh thinking right now?
Yeah, that
No,
would get
that-
that would get the
that's every
podcast
episode.
canceled. That would get the podcast canceled. It would be thoughts that are between me and my therapist, and that's
If
That's it.
anybody from Roosevelt's HQ is listening, we would put more thought into it if you gave us the opportunity.
oh okay.
Wow.
Wow,
Look
that
at
was
Ross,
genuine.
like,
I don't
Okay.
know. Well, I just want to make sure that we get a shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
but
this
which
was
is going to
legitimate.
come first, that shirt or our Degens chain?
Oh, definitely the shirt. Definitely the shirt. We are never seeing those chains. We've been waiting on those chains from Curlock Diamond and Design. Shout out for I don't know, what?
It's August.
32 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. How about
It's close to a year. A year of us waiting for these chains.
I should look to see how much gold has gone up. Gold is not.
We didn't even say
Oh,
it had to be gold. You keep talking. It could be a plastic. We don't care. Just make a damn chain. You're like,
You
"Oh,
3D
I-
print things
I
for a
don't know.
living.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, the shirt will definitely come first. I also love that Ross thinks that this is legitimately something that HQ's like, oh, maybe we should do that for him. Yeah, they got much bigger fish to fry. I would love to see the colors of the logo incorporated in the shirt
Oh, that'd be cool.
if it happened, because the logo has all the different
Have we
colors.
ever talked about what the colors mean?
I don't know that we have, Martin, but now is a great time to do so. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We're not.
Go ahead, Dan. Yeah.
No,
it's just
Dan was
funny.
being an asshole. No,
Wow.
okay,
I
good
remember-
job, Martin. Bring it up and then have no follow up. So each of the letters in Degens is supposed to represent our favorite Disney character, but there's 6 letters. So I think the D is just is not associated with anyone. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you just went to the color wheel.
We'll
and
do
said,
something.
what
that-
matches these
Yeah.
other colors?
Well,
Yeah.
So I know
So-
that first E is mine for Wally.
Correct.
And then the blue
the-
is yours for
Yes.
Gina.
G's for Genie. Yep.
The second E is me. Do you remember?
It's greenish.
I don't even remember mine.
I mean, it gives me Jungle Cruise vibes, but that's clearly not it.
I know.
Oh,
I
Robin
know what it
Hood.
is. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The N is supposed to be Figment
Pigment. Yeah.
for William,
I'm
and the
fucked.
S was you, Ross, and that was supposed to be Stitch, I think.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
So, and that's how that all came together. Isn't that fun? Carlos, why did I agree to do this dumb, stupid podcast?
Oh wait, no, Carlo.
Ugh.
What are you gonna make up for the first D and the goldish?
Yeah, if you can find something, if you can think of something right now that D relates to, we will forever say that it's because of you and what
I've got
you
a good
think.
idea.
Nope, he's got to have it.
But Aladdin, the character, not Genie, obviously.
Wow, that is racist. So, I mean, not wrong, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm not gonna lie. We're probably not gonna go with that forever. But
Can't think of anything else that's
Yeah.
a tan, a taupe, chino color.
hmm.
I don't know.
Malort.
You just made George Porto
Yeah, Ross
and Chad.
Ross conveniently
and-
had that photo ready to go really quick.
Now, which Disney movie does Malort get featured in?
Oh, that's a good.
Probably the next live action remake.
I like that question though. If we did a thing If it's an
Which-
alcohol, what movie does
See-
it match up to?
All right,
What?
Carlo, you got to channel your best Will
What is
impression
happening
because this is
today?
where he has to come up with that the quote around Cusco's poison for Malort.
You mean the Malort made specifically for Cusco?
Yes.
Oh,
Hang
once
on,
again,
excuse me.
You know
What
what?
was the question again?
Here's what Carlo's thinking.
What-
When is this over?
Hey, you know what?
I was told
Before we
30
call it
minutes.
over, though, we do have a special guest. You know, like he hasn't had an opportunity to talk a lot. I would like to know a little bit more about our good friend Carlo Diaz.
Yes.
What is there to know?
You know what? Start off with
Yeah.
what was your first shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about shirts a lot. Like, how did you
What-
get into this?
Sitting on the couch over a glass of wine with Yaya, doom scrolling, came across an ad and said, I've always thought about buying one of these shirts. I think it's a very similar story for most of us. And her famous last words were, treat yourself.
Mm,
And
Atta girl.
several $1,000s and 200 shirts later, I'm still treating myself.
Nice.
And going on these trips and hanging out and
Isn't it so
getting
fantastic?
into the shenanigans.
Hey, that's two of us now that have a Parks and Recs reference to our backstory.
Parks and Rough. It's a different. It's a spinoff. It's an adult spinoff.
No, it's about just the dog park.
Hey, that's a really good name.
No,
We
it's
should
not.
make it a dog park. You call it Parks and Rec.
No, it's not. It's awful. Oh. I love that we're 37 minutes in, and Martin goes, you know what? I would like to learn more about our guest, Carlo.
No, I thought he was pulling in another guest.
I was like, wow, we have Carlo filling
We
in.
have somebody phoning
And
in.
now Martin has a surprise guest. He's bringing in a sixth man.
I was looking in the backstage. I was like, who's coming in?
Who's here? Oh.
Woo. I can't. How are we going to name this episode?
Getting to know Carlo, maybe, since that was what we talked about the entire time.
We didn't even get past his first thing. Come on, Carlo, keep going. How did you meet us?
Oh,
I'm curious to hear your version of this.
I think I met all of you at Milwaukee,
Mhm.
and it was
Oh.
because I did Philly last year for the first time because
No, Dallas. It was Dallas.
Well, I did Philly first because it was my
Yeah.
birthday weekend. My birthday weekend's May the 4th, and I thought this con or expo coincides with my birthday. Let me go do this thing while Yaya's doing a show in Florida. And then on the last day of the show, I flew down to see her. But then shortly after, I had caught the bug because Philly was really small, and I kind of wanted to keep that energy going, and I knew Dallas was right around the corner. So we planned Dallas, went to Dallas, and I think either the first day, must have been the first day there, I start getting messages from somebody asking me to get them every shirt.
No.
Every
It was
shirt.
well before.
Which,
it
by
was,
the way, same
was-
person asked me to
it
get
was
him shirts.
well before you were there.
It must have been well before I got there.
Listen, he didn't even.
'Cause
Carlo
you
didn't
took
even
over my
start-
you were at the top of my list each day. I was like, okay, I gotta get Josh a shirt this day. I gotta get Josh a shirt this day. And
Carlo didn't even say he was willing to do pickups. He just said like, "Hey,
I just said I was
excited to go
going.
to my second con in Dallas," and I was like, "Hey man, what's up? My name's Josh. I'm trying to get some of these shirts. I was just wondering." And he was like a super nice guy, and he was like, "Actually, I'm gonna have someone with me, and they don't want the shirts, so yeah, we could do it." I was like, "Really?" And then we started talking,
yeah.
and
And then
Go
once I successfully got all the shirts,
yeah.
then he said, "No, I'm just kidding." But then he said, "Well, I'm having this meetup in 2 weeks in Milwaukee, and you should come." And I thought, I've never met any of you guys. Anybody? I didn't know anyone that was going.
I was going to say, Dan was also at
Oh no,
Dallas.
I'm lying.
I was
I met you.
I
in
was
Dallas.
literally standing
met you in
behind
Dallas.
you, to
That's
get
right.
Josh a shirt while
That's
you
right.
were getting Josh a shirt.
That's right. That's right.
And
Did
you
Josh end up
first.
with 2?
No.
no, because once
No.
I found out he had messaged Carlo, I was like, dude, I'm not helping you.
Yeah.
Josh
I
was
had it.
double.
I was like,
Josh
all
was
right,
double dipping, and and
I
so
would
yeah,
have paid it for both. I would have paid both.
technically, yeah.
Oh, I know
did
you
meet
would've.
Dan first. I met Dan first. We went to the ball game.
Yep.
We had a good time. So I did know somebody going into Milwaukee, but I don't think I knew the scale of what I was
Sure.
going to experience.
You didn't know you were going to a huge music festival that was going to have a little like Skyliner thing, and
Yeah.
That's kind of when that's kind of how you and I got to know
Yep.
each other a little better. A couple dozen feet up in the air.
yeah.
And now there's a second Milwaukee meetup. Did you know that?
Oh,
No.
is there?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what?
actually June 26th through the 29th. It's going to be
Is it
happening, and
26th?
in Milwaukee, we're running it back here for the
Running it
Milwaukee
back.
meetup, second annual Milwaukee meetup. I will tell you my favorite part of the story, and the reason why I bring up this a lot is because when you're convincing someone to use vacation time, right, and miles or just money that you work for and earn to come to your city for an event that you're hosting, right? First of all, you're putting a lot of trust. You're asking for trust from these people that you're going to show them a good time. So as someone who's put on a meetup and continues to, I put a lot of pressure on myself because I realize the financial commitment that it takes, asking of this. But also, it's usually not a very quick answer. So when you're trying to convince people to go, usually you're following up with them 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 times. I was just casually having a conversation with Carlo as he was getting my shirt. And I was like, hey, man, like, I'm glad you're in the group. You just said like you wanted to meet more people. I'm having this meetup. Within an hour, he's like, dude, all right, hotels booked, flights booked. Can't wait to be there. I was like, are you serious right now? That's insane. Like we've been talking for maybe a day. you got shirts for me, and now in 2 weeks you're coming to Milwaukee. It was nuts.
That's
But
how
Carlo,
It was awesome.
Carlo, was it the baseball game and like the cool like hangout and stuff there that you're like, I got to continue this and go to Milwaukee? Or was it just like you were, yeah, I'm in?
I mean, I think the meetups and the hangouts trump going to the expo or the con. I've been going to New York Comic Con for over 10 years, so going to the smaller expos is like, yeah, it's cool. But really, it was the game, the meetup, going to a bar and just kind of hanging out with a bunch of people that you'd never met before. That was it really draws you in, including in Dallas. I think more so in Dallas than Philly last year. And so after Dallas, I was just convinced that I needed to go to Milwaukee, just kind of break out of my shell, break out of my comfort zone. Because similar to, I think, what Josh was saying earlier, I don't know if it was the beginning of the show or just prior to, I had never really taken a vacation by myself. I had traveled for work. I had traveled with family or a significant other, but never really by myself to put myself out there like that. And even in the city, it's like I've got my comfort zone.
Yeah,
So.
it's different, but I have not met anyone who goes, wow, that was not worth it at all.
No.
Like I've not had a conversation with someone who took that chance, took that leap, and then completely regretted it. But I was very thankful that you trusted me, and dude, it was so awesome. And we hung out, and we had a blast, dude. We had
whirly
so much
ball.
fun.
We tailgated.
Yeah.
Whirly ball, dude.
Whirly ball.
Wild.
Whirly ball.
We need a
was
rematch.
not in the plans, by the way, and
Nope.
yet
Dude.
that was like the thing that everyone plan
I-
a whole thing, and people are like, "What's this over here?" and then that's what they remember the most from the whole
Hey,
trip.
But what's
Dang.
crazy
Well,
is Terry, who's not in the shirt nerd world, had the time of her life in Milwaukee and was the one who's like, whirly balls over there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Be stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah, it was awesome seeing Terry. She was just down for everything. It was we're doing this now. Awesome, let's go. She was going back and forth because she's a Cubs fan, at the baseball game because we faced the Cubs, and her and I going back and forth. God, that was so much fun. It was a blast. It was such a good time. I'm really hoping that this year, is even better, and we have more things. But definitely go to the meetups, people. Take the time to say hi to people. Don't be afraid to. I've had way too many insiders that I've heard like after the fact, or that have commented on photos when I'm at Disney or something, and have said like, we saw you with your family, but we didn't want to bother you, so we didn't say hi. Stop that. Like, introduce yourself, become part of the community. Don't be afraid to say hi to someone, when you're putting yourself out there. Especially if you're going to be in London, if you're going there, or if you are a local, and maybe you see all of us posting a bunch of crap on insiders, every week, and you're like, oh yeah, I recognize those guys. Say hi to us. We don't know who you are, but we'd love to meet you. And who knows, maybe you could fill in for Will someday, and we could ignore you for 34 minutes of a podcast and then spend the next 10 awkwardly trying to make up for it. Who knows?
Know. You just never know.
Who knows what the future could hold. Well, hey, Carlo, thank you so much for filling in for Will for this. I hope it was a good enough time that you still talk to us after the episode's done. That would be cool. We'd appreciate it. Ross, good luck with White Claw. I hope that all your dreams come true there. To the rest of you fools, Martin and Dan, can't wait to see you guys very, very soon across the pond.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. Thank you. And to everyone else, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week. Why, Dan?
We're not done. Maybe? Yet.
Cheers. Hey, I gotta go.
Oh, yeah, this is where we cheers.